Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck, where science meets investments, and I'm your host Raj. Friends, I came across an article which was an interview with an ex-BLS commissioner. So today we are taking a deep dive into that. It's a critical issue that could impact the accuracy and trustworthiness of US economic data and ultimately affect decision-making for investors, businesses, and policymakers. It seems there is a new proposed rule that makes it easier to fire federal workers, and it is raising alarms about the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the agency responsible for producing key economic data like the job report and the inflation numbers. If passed, this rule could compromise the independence of BLS, leading to potential risks for the reliability and integrity of crucial economic data. And friends, this is not my original finding. I am basing everything on this particular article that you see here. The name of the website is Marketplace, and the article is dated 2nd of May 2025. And in this, a former BLS commissioner, her name is Erika Grosjean, she explains how data could be less reliable going forward. So this is a new interview out here, very recent. So you could also check this out. I'm going to put this link in the description so that you can have a look at it and let me know what you think about it. Okay. So that said, here is the rundown on what you could expect in this particular rule. The proposed rule makes it easier to fire federal workers, including those at the Bureau of Labor Statistics. While this rule is aimed at increasing efficiency and accountability, the ex-commissioner thinks it could have unintended consequences, particularly for the integrity of economic data produced by the BLS. Erika Grosjean, former BLS commissioner, raised these concerns that this change could put pressure on BLS economists to align their work with the president's political agenda rather than focusing on data accuracy. This could lead to manipulated data, such as withholding or altering reports to fit a particular narrative. Erika Grosjean explains that historically, BLS commissioners have seen final numbers and reports before public release. However, they cannot change the data itself. Under the new proposed rule, economists in policy influencing role could be dismissed for not supporting the president's policies. This creates a serious risk. BLS economists may feel pressure to delay, modify, or even withhold unfavorable data to avoid job loss. For example, rising unemployment is key voting in key voting demographics could be suppressed or delayed for political reason. As per the ex-commissioner, this was an example. If this happens, it could significantly undermine the integrity of economic data and erode trust in government statistics. The manipulation of economic data is a real concern with this rule. Imagine delaying reports on rising unemployment or inflation, citing quality concerns as a pretext, or worse, selectively withholding negative details to avoid bad press for the administration. If data is manipulated in this way, it compromises the principle of equal access to information, something that has been a cornerstone of US economic transparency. This would not only harm public trust, but also open the doors to political interference in economic decision-making. I would urge that you have a look at that article. The link is in the description, and drop your comments and let me know what you think about this. Trust in federal statistics is vital for a functioning economy. Businesses, investors, and policymakers rely on accurate and timely data to make informed decisions. If the public begins to doubt the integrity of data from agencies like the BLS, it could have significant consequences. A loss of trust could result in businesses making poor investment decisions or misallocating funds. It might also lead to lower participation in key federal surveys, reducing the quality of data collected in the future. The ripple effects of this erosion of trust could damage the economy in ways that many cannot predict. As Grosjean emphasizes in the interview, accurate and fearless data is essential for creating effective policies. The government uses economic data to craft policies that promote growth, reduce unemployment, and manage inflation. If the data is manipulated or unreliable, it could lead to misguided businesses and policy decisions, which could ultimately harm the broader economy. This rule could undermine the independence of the BLS and set a dangerous precedent. Statistical independence is essential to ensuring that policymakers have unbiased data they need to act effectively. If the data becomes politically motivated, it could jeopardize good governance and long-term economic stability. So in conclusion, I would say that after reading that article, the impression I leave with is that the proposed rule is making easier to fire federal workers could undermine the independence of the BLS and its ability to provide reliable economic data. And if this happens, we may see manipulated data, reduce trust in government statistics, and ultimately poor policy decisions that could harm the economy. This is a developing issue, and its consequences could affect the way we all make economic decisions moving forward. So I'm thinking that if you look at the latest data release we had this morning, the unemployment numbers, do you think that gels with what Doge has been doing and all the layoffs that had been announced so far? I'm not sure. So when I read an interview like this with the ex-BLS commissioner, it definitely does raise doubts in my mind. Well, friends, what do you guys think? Please put it in the comment section. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and stay updated on critical issues like this. This brings me to an end of the video. Bye for now.